You know what? It does not surprise me anymore when I see articles like the one you're seeing right now. And this is going to be the title of a video. TLC Special Explorers. Alright, sorry about that. It's 5:17 a.m. in the morning and it's a Wednesday, 11/30th, 2011. So excuse me for being a little queer. I had trouble sleeping. TLC Special explores what it's like to be a virgin. I'll say it again. TLC Special explores what it's like to be a virgin. Hour-long Virgin Diaries focuses on adults. And before I even get into it, chances are it's going to be mostly males, men who are suffering from being a virgin. But before I even, go off, and I want to try my best not to wake anybody up and beat their alarm clock. Let's get started. CNN. And what sort of sounds like the reality show? And what sort of sounds like the reality show version of the 40-year-old virgin? TLC new special explores what's it like to be an adult who's never done the deed. So wait a minute. First off, since when do we define our adulthood based on whether we had sex or not? And we base it on an accomplishment, but that supposedly comes natural and is a natural evolution. But the problem is the reason why you have some people who are never evolved to have that experience is because you got too many motherfuckers practicing their goddamn fucking eugenics. They don't want to get to know you. They don't want to even talk to you. They don't want to even just to look at you as another human being with emotions and feelings and get to know you and see what kind of person you are, because they got this high expectations list. So since you're not able to get the date, which many of you assholes don't know what a fucking date is, you don't want to get to know somebody. Y'all got an ulterior motive. Your motherfuckers are shallow. You're superficial and artificial. You don't even know what love is. You define a manhood or womanhood based on sex. You define who you are based on your level of status, based on how much money you have, based on your materialistic item, your material possessions. All this stuff is so irrelevant about getting to know a person for who they are. You can't even give 5 minutes of your time to somebody that you don't know because you gotta be in lust. And this is why you see shit like this. Never done the deed. Oh my god, you talk about moral breakdown. So, fucking is a deed now. But let me just finish this up. Called Virgin Diaries, the hour-long special focuses on 6 adults who happen to still be virgins. Rather, it's by choice or by chance. Most of the time, it's by people being denied a life, not by choice. But let's continue. The network says in a statement, the special aims to depict the truth. The special aims to depict the truths, anticipations, and very awkward moments that go on. Let me read that again. The special aims to depict the truths, the anticipations, and very awkward moments that go along with trying to have sex for the very first time. We'll get to meet Carrie, a professionally successful 35-year-old who's never had a girlfriend. Oh, I know it was a guy, right? It was a guy. I knew it the whole time. It was a guy, which could be because he's never had a past the first fucking date. TLC tells us the Netflix also knows that his last first kiss was 2 years ago. Also featured a 30-year-old female friends who are in the hunt for their Mr. Rights. I'm going to read that again. Also featured, there are 3 30-year-old female friends who are on the hunt for their Mr. Rights. Hold on here. What is Mr. Right? To all you women listening to this video, what the fuck do you mean by Mr. Right? Because what I see from the 28 years of me being alive on this fucking planet, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the fuck you are doing. You don't know what Mr. Right is. Hell, Mr. Right can show up in your fucking face and grow up your ass, and you still wouldn't even know. Most of the time, you reject guys who are potentially Mr. Right because you got a fucking high expectations list. I mean, to Bill, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna listen to this, but women have last time I checked, women don't have a 25-page high list of expectations unless you talk about the top things. No, they got 1,000 fucking pages, 1,000 fucking lists of pages of what they fucking want to fucking deserve, and they wouldn't even be able to date the damn self. They wouldn't be able to date themselves because these women feel they're entitled to shit that they can't even produce on their own. They feel that you owe them a living. You have to look a certain way. You got to speak a certain way. You got to be a certain skin color, particularly mostly Caucasian. Let's tell the truth. White, so-called white is right. I didn't know being pale was right, considered right. Most of the time, that's fucking wrong. Don't you? I mean, motherfuckers can't even stand in the sunlight for 30 seconds, and you're talking about it's right. I thought the more melanin you had, the more healthier you are. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, a man has to look a certain way. He gotta have this. He gotta have a certain amount of money. His transportation gotta be straight. Well, I guess if he takes the metro, mass transit, even if he lives in a city area where he can live, where it's convenient for him to have access to these things, where he doesn't have to have a personal vehicle, or maybe he don't have the resources, or I forgot. Or if he has a vehicle, he got to be a certain type of vehicle. Same with the housing situation. I mean, if he lives in an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, y'all ain't trying to hear him. And in a fucking working class area, y'all women ain't trying to look at him. Oh, he gotta live in a fucking, no, he don't even need to live in he can't, even if he had a house, no, it has to be a mansion with a lot of land. Or you gotta be a house on the beach, a mansion. It has to be a mansion, right? Oh, he can't live with relatives. Hell, he can be taking care of his relatives. For all that matter, that's not good enough. Hell, y'all bitches don't even have some of those resources, but you expect the motherfucker to have all these resources that you don't even have your damn self. It'll be one thing if you are on point and you want an on point guy who's on the same status, but I mean, a lot of times when you women say he got to be on my level, most of the time you want a motherfucker who has a ton more of you. He has to have 1,000,000 times more. I mean, how you want a guy to be on your fucking level when you have 1,000-page of high list of expectations and requirements, but he got to accept you for who you are? That's hypocritical. Even if the dude is lacking those things that you require, that doesn't mean I mean, what if he hit the lottery tomorrow? What if he won the lottery? Would you still want to get with him? You know what, y'all bitches are pathetic. You reject a guy because he might be lacking something today, but chances are he might acquire it tomorrow. Everything got to be right now. Y'all women want this ready-made guy, but y'all ain't ready-made. Most of y'all bitches don't even have your shit together. Most of the time, y'all bitches get whatever resources you have, you get from your fucking parents because daddy spoiled you, mommy spoiled you. You got support, or you got it from the government. You got some kind of program, so you got your help. Or you got it from your ex-boyfriend, or you got it from your ex-husband that you fucking divorced, and you took all his resources. You don't even know what Mr. Right is, so stop telling me you want a good man when the truth is you don't give a damn if a man had good character. I mean, think about it. If a man was like a millionaire, was a Donald Trump, if he had $1 billion, but he beat your ass every day, he cheated on you, he lied to you, he treated you less than human, he abused you, would that make him a good man? Even though you live in comfortable, would that make him a good man? Hey, I mean, it's not to say if the guy is like working class, blue collar, or he's poor and broke. I'm not saying he can't abuse you because he still could abuse you. I mean, y'all go for bad boys who ain't got nothing. But the regular guy who's struggling, maybe he's handling his business the best way you know how. Maybe he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's trying to apply himself. Y'all don't want to get to know this guy. Even though there's a chance he may have a chance to make it with a little positive love and support. But y'all bitches don't even support that guy. Y'all support the wrong guy on purpose to justify why you don't support a guy who's trying to make it. And then when he makes it, you want to come back to him. How can you reject a man from one instant, then all of a sudden, a couple years later, you want to check him out? That's fucked up. So you got to be a loser's choice. And I blame men for allowing these bitches to get away with this shit. Rule number 1. If a bitch rejected you, and then she wants to see you again a couple years later, from whatever happened, whatever circumstance, tell her to fuck off. Because when you made an offer to this bitch you were trying to talk to, and she rejected you, you move on. Don't try to convince her. You can't convince her. Don't try hard because you will get arrested, or you'll get beat up by the bad boy, or some mangina, or some so-called mangina, what we call a vagina, because some of these men are so goddamn pussy-whipped. I call them pussy-whipped asshole motherfuckers. Will try to beat your ass and kill you just so they can get laid. They will kill. You mean to tell me you will kill another human being? To you guys who do this, you mean to tell me you will harm another human being, your brother, from another mother, just so you can get pussy? Y'all some sad ass niggas. I mean, y'all sad. Y'all pathetic. I mean, if you offer to meet a girl and you want to get to know her, but she rejects you, and then she wants to get to know you later on, fuck her, man. Don't give her another invitation. You made an offer, she refused it. She's done. You move forward. Hell, I'll tell a girl the same thing. Hey, if the guy wasn't checking for you while you were fat and overweight, and then you lost the weight and became a supermodel, now the dude was trying to get with you, right? Would you want him? Hell no. Or let's say you wasn't fat. Let's just say you wasn't attractive, but you grew into your looks. Now the dude who rejected you and dissed you, now he wants to get to know you. No, I would tell him to go fuck himself. So I mean, but when I tell men to do the same thing, and I live by that model, if a girl rejects you, wasn't checking for you, now she wants to check for you. Y'all tell me to give her a chance. So you want me to get with a fucked up bitch for your fucking self-esteem? I mean, this is what's wrong here. I mean, just the moral is, just stop telling women, stop saying you're looking for Mr. Right when you know that's a fucking lie. And I'll finish this last part. One of the trio, Zoe, is a reclaimed version. There's no such thing as a reclaimed version. Either you are or you ain't. As she is previously sexually active before recently deciding to wait until marriage to have sex. And lastly, there's Ryan, age 31, and Shanna, 27, who decided to wait until marriage to have sex because of their religion. During their 6-month courtship, they only hugged and held hands and shared a few pecks on the cheek. And hasn't kissed. Ryan hasn't kissed a woman on the lips before, and wanted to save their first kiss for the wedding day. Viewers will get to see the first kiss when the Virgin Diaries airs Sunday, December 4th at 9 p.m. on TLC, wherever your local time is. So basically, a woman decides right if she wants to have sex or not. It's her choice, but the guy has no choice. The man has no choice. No choice at all. Hell, I mean, if a woman decides not to be promiscuous, it's appreciated. I'm not saying, you have some instances where you got some stupid ass feminists who tell girls you should be promiscuous like me so you can become fucked up later on. But that's like, it's still a rare exception. But with a man, decides he's not going to be promiscuous. When a man decides not to be promiscuous and decides to try to get his shit together and focus on other things, get his mind right, get his life right, so he can have a better choice and a better selection, and just understand who he is so he can be with that particular right person. I mean, most of the time, men, even though that, and there's men who actually know who Mrs. Right is, but when you realize it, man, and when you get your mind right, and especially when you got your life together, you realize there's no such thing as Mrs. Right for you. And the right person is, truth be told, is someone who you can get along with and be compatible with and work together with, and y'all understand each other and respect each other, despite your differences, and you have similarities of interest, not based on what you fucking want. And that's what a lot of you women don't understand. I mean, not to keep this video from going too long, but it's bullshit. They're just basically, it's not most of the people don't. If you ask most of the people, particularly men, did they want to be virgins? They didn't ask for it, but it was decided for them. You women decided that shit, and you deliberately do this shit. You deny guys love and companionship because you're that fucking selfish, but you don't want it done on to you. And you want to talk about some fucking confidence, and I can't wait to do a video on this. There's confidence. Let me tell you something. If a man was confident, if you're saying you want a confident man, I guess you're saying you want a man to grope your ass, to grope you, grab your breast. You want a guy to rape you and have sex without your fucking consent, because that's confident. I'm so sick and tired of women taking words like confidence and taking love or taking security and try to redefine their own fucking definition of it. Trying to reconstruct and rewrite the whole definition of a fucking word. Or especially when they do it with manhood. Y'all bitches want to be fucking men plus. Y'all bitches want to be fucking men plus female privilege. You want men to have all the responsibilities, but you want the best of both worlds. You want the power to be a man, the rights and freedoms to be that man, Y'all want the power and the rights and the freedoms and the independence to be a man. And y'all women want the benefits, the rights and freedoms and the privileges of being a female, being a woman. But especially when it comes to female privilege and being of chivalry. But y'all bitches don't want no goddamn responsibility. Y'all don't want no account. I mean, y'all want a confident man, but you want to run shit. Confident men ain't gonna put up with your fucking drama, and it's not gonna let you walk all over them and place you on a fucking pedestal. A confident man will stand up to you, and I'm not saying when I say stand up to you as a woman, I'm not saying him put his hands on you and violently beat you up. So don't twist. So again, do not twist the words up and take it out of context and try to redefine it for your own fucked up views and through your own manipulation and deception. And get idiots to co-sign your shit. Get feminists and other pussy whip males to co-sign your bullshit. A confident man is his own man who has critical thinking skills, who doesn't group think, who will not give you drama, will hold you accountable. Confidence is nothing more than a person's ability to be able to do something. I'll show you this. This is what confidence is. You see? Just believes in oneself, able to do things, capability. Is self-assured. Just able to do things for action. But that's not. But that's all confidence is. It's nothing magical and mystical on some nuts and berries bullshit that you're on. Confidence has nothing to do with confident. I mean, somebody who has swag ain't confident. They're being fake. Someone who lets you walk all over them ain't confident. Bad boys ain't confident. What, beating people up and victimizing them, robbing and stealing? Motherfuckers committing white collar crimes. Motherfuckers deceiving you. That's not confident. That's some bitch assness. Y'all like bitch ass men. Because you get to run shit until when you fall on some hard times, then you want the man to be a man and support, and then to take on your responsibilities for your mess and clean up your mess. That's not confidence. That's just being a pussy whip faggot. I'm sorry. That's all I gotta say about this. I'm out. Peace.